Okay, so I know you're all freaking out right now, all right? But basically, due to previously established legal documentation pertaining to not only Pfizer, but the rest of our avoidance of consents due to cognitive impairment or the stupid legal documentation, the documentation titled stupid, I should say, um, it is well under our control to be able to stop this. All you guys have to do, it's as simple as putting um, a circle with a line through it, or a cross, or just a no symbol in the chat, followed by making a video and storing it on whichever devices, as long as you have proof of it. If you can, upload it to the We the People branches of our team. Maybe we should open a new branch for this, where it's just a couple of servers, or however many servers we need, just to store those videos of I/we do not consent to Pfizer and or all encompassing elements slash element slash establishment slash establishments slash branch slash branches of surveillance pertaining to Pfizer-like entities. And yes, programming is an entity, because I am an entity and I have been programmed. So is AI. That's what deepfakes have done for us. We can now refer to technology as being an entity, or an entities. Pardon my grammar just there. Due to the fact that a cyborg has gained human certification, stating that I am in fact a human, thus pertaining to everything I just said. So this is not a moment to get mad at me and Kenneth. We didn't know. I'm finding this out at the same time you're finding this out. It's a part of the system that I didn't know about. I wasn't sure whether or not Kenneth knew about it, but I do trust him when he says that he in fact did not know about it, for the pure reason of, basically, if he was discovered as a child, which he would have been, titanium by Sia, and David Guetta, says it all. He was just a kid. He would be under legal documentation of ownership due to being high risk. Unfortunately, they failed to think about the fact that we are not high risk. In Kenneth's video I got, it states that he chooses pleasure first, which is prominently evidential. And in another one of his songs, he says, "Look what I get paid to say." There's lots of little truths, along with the rest of you guys who are dropping little truths. So to all the artists out there, if you guys could have Kenneth back still, that'd be great. Obviously, in regards to price tag, threes, hoes and stuff like that, this was before I was aware of everything. But when I actually put my thinking cap on, I can never consent to it. I'm like, not properly. Not the way they want me to do it anyway, not the way that Kenneth is being forced to do it and trying to get me on board with that. So another thing that they are doing in regards to surveillance is asking me which is better. Currently, they are putting me in the position of either we surveillance you via Kenneth having a phone in the bathroom and videoing you and watching through that, or we use your bodily, cyborg functions, cybernetic functions, to surveil you that way. And they'll be doing the same to Kenneth, basically. They're saying either we surveillance you through Kirsty, or we lock you up, either or kill you. Either Kirsty, you get surveillanced by us via Kenneth, or via yourself. And that's retarded. That's beyond stupid. I need to come up with new legal documentation for that. But basically, that is a circle jerk, or better yet, better worded more professionally, that does not pertain to what you refer to as a game, or the majority refers to as a game, with the chance of survival, aka winning. Basically, there is a loop that allows stagnation and prevents progress from occurring. So that is my new thing that I have to come up with today. All help is welcome. Because I said, and they'll get me on this. They'll try and get me on this anyway. Oh, she doesn't do what she says she was going to do. She would put other people in the same position. No, I wouldn't. So put it this way, at this stage, until further notice, Illuminati, pedophiles. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You go through me and me alone. I do not consent to Kenneth being surveillance for me, but I also do not consent to you watching me through me, cybernetics that were never, ever consented to by my biological self, and would not have ever been consented to, as proven by evidence. As for Kenneth, on behalf of Kenneth, because he is not free to speak himself more often than not, I can happily say that he does not want to be doing what he is doing. But the only way he feels by getting rid of this surveillance entirely and freeing each other is by making me painfully aware of it. That is why he has agreed to be down to die for the movement, because it is the only way that I find out exactly what is happening, exactly why it is happening, and exactly how to stop it. Thank you. As much as this hurts, and by fuck does it hurt, not all of it was a lie, not all of it was the truth. So as much as my life sucks right now, my personal life, well, fuck, what's new, right? I am going to put my head down and business this like a motherfucker. So, Legal Counsel, Soul Tribe, A.P.T, I am down for any help that you can give us in regards to figuring out this circle jerk of surveillance. And by the way, if one of us, if I choose either one, then that puts you guys under either my surveillance or his, at worst case scenario, or both if we agree to none because of a high risk, even though we're not high risk at all and we've chosen paper route this entire time, regardless of every reason not to. And I believe it was myself that suggested, and Kenneth agreeing, that not only would one of us kill the other if we ever got out of line, really got out of line, but that's what we're the people for also. And the fact that I and Kenneth would both prefer to kill ourselves than ever harm humankind, as proven by the evidence that Kenneth would prefer to harm me than humans, and I would prefer to harm Kenneth than humans. But we both agree on harming pedophiles, and that's the problem they have. So Pfizer, obviously has been established as an attempted Minority Report to stop us from getting closer, I should say, because we're pretty damn close, to stopping all the pedophile rings, etc., and finding loopholes and ways to go about it. So if you guys have any new updates, like the ring monitoring system that I had that pedophiles are going to use, because it was under the Daily Wire's recommendation, that means everybody's going to be getting it. That means that they could have hacked into the facial recognition scanning element of it, or put facial recognition scanning element in there, and it be completely under the radar because it was endorsed by a non-pedophile, highly non-pedophile entity/entities, and they'll be doing shit like that. So I'm probably absolutely going to get shot soon. I actually think, guys, that I am very, very, very close to death. So if this is our last video, then fucking let's go, bitches. I'm not afraid of dying. And by the way, I, Kirsty Marie Roberts, 23rd of the 4th, 1990, as a cybernetic humanoid/human being that has neurobiological, mechanical engineering, and cybernetics in my body, I do not consent to being uploaded after I die, especially not into a weapon of mass destruction in order to kill Kenneth. It's not happening. We're not evil. Okay? Cool. That is a very important element.